Hi everyone, and welcome to a video for a very special craft activity for this week. This week on Friday, so the 28th of August, it is Daffodil Day. Daffodil Day is a special day because we make daffodils and try and raise money to help people who have had cancer, and so that people can look into cancer and find a cure so that nobody else has to have it. So, Mrs. Tinizzo has asked for us to do a special school community project. She would like everybody to make their own special daffodil, and then during the day on Wednesday or Thursday, she'd like you to come and put them through the fence at the front of the school to make a really big display to celebrate Daffodil Day. Because we're not on site, it is a little bit tricky, but if you can make this daffodil and then take it to school, it would be really fantastic. So I'm going to teach you how to make a daffodil. Now you're going to need a few different things. You're going to need green and yellow paper. If you don't have green or yellow paper, you can use white paper and just colour it in. I'm lucky I've still got a little bit left, but you can just colour it with a crayon and that will be fine. You will also need glue, something to draw with, some sticky tape, and some scissors. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So, first of all, I'm going to have my yellow piece of paper, and I actually need a square first. Now, we've done this lots and lots of times, but just to remind you, I'm going to fold this quarter down and have it along there so it's nice and straight all the way along. Whoops, it's a bit tricky to try and do it in the air, so let's do it on the table. So once I've folded it, I have my triangle and my rectangle, and I'm going to cut the rectangle off. Don't throw it away because you're actually going to need it for the next part of the activity. Right, so I'm keeping my rectangle. Here is my square. So I'm going to open it up so it's actually a square. And I'm going to fold it in half to make a rectangle. So going this way. And then I'm going to fold it again so that it is a square shape. Just like this. So I'm going to start here where the corner is. So this is the corner where everything is joined together. These are the parts that can all open up. Don't use that side. So this is the part where it's all joined together. And I'm going to draw a petal shape. And I'm going to start just about here and come round. Now, even I can't do this up in the air, so I'm going to draw it first and then show you. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So there we go. It's made a bit of a petal shape. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. And if you do accidentally start in the wrong corner and cut it apart, it's okay because you can glue them back together later. So next step, I'm going to cut along those two lines. So I have my petal. And then if I open it up, there is my daffodil. It's not quite finished, it's going to have a bit more. Now, as I said, if you've accidentally cut all the way through, that's okay because you can just glue them together in the middle. All right, step number 2. I'm going to use my rectangle now. And on one side, I'm going to cut some little lines. So they're like little rectangles. And this is going to be to help us to stick it together. See how I've cut those little ones there? And then I'm going to fold them up so that they're all folded up flat. See how I've folded those up and you can see them like that? And we do that all the way along. Okay, pretty good. See how I've got it like that? So, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get my glue and I'm going to put a line down the back. I want my little flaps to be sticking out, not going in, okay? Make a little line of glue there and gluing it so the little flaps are pointing out. Okay, see how I've got those? And the reason we have those is that is what I'm actually going to stick my two pieces of my daffodil together. So I'm going to put glue on each of the little flaps. You might need to get a grown-up to help you with this little bit. And then I'm going to stick it onto my flower in the middle. This is actually called the trumpet part of the flower. Now, if you're finding that it's really tricky and it's not sticking, you can put a little bit of sticky tape on there to help you, which I'm going to do now, just so that mine doesn't fall apart. It's looking more like a daffodil now. There's one more part I need to do on the flower part, and that is to make a little fringe all around the trumpet. So I'm just going to do little cuts like this all the way around. Oops, nearly dropped it. Keep going, nearly finished now. There we go, there's my daffodil. Last thing I'm going to do is make a stem. This is really easy, so I'm going to get my green piece of paper. Now, there are two ways. You can just cut a strip and stick it on, but I'm actually going to cut mine in half, and I'm going to roll it to make it 3D. So here's my bit. I'm going to put some glue on one edge. And then I'm going to start at the bit that doesn't have glue. I'm going to roll it round. And I've made a tube. Just like the flower, you might want to put a little bit of sticky tape on it just to make sure it stays stuck the whole time. And then all I have to do is stick my stem on the back of my flower. You can use a stapler. I don't actually have a stapler at home, so I'm going to use my sticky tape. And ta-da! There is my daffodil. Now I need to make sure that I put my names on it somewhere and what grade I'm in. So I write Mrs. Bennett, Pratt Bennett, just so that when they're all hanging up, everyone knows who's made them. So I hope you have fun with this cool activity, and it would be really fantastic to see people making them and taking them up to school and putting them on the fence to celebrate Daffodil Day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.